Oh, they've really been rising up through the ranks. A bit of a Dubu one trick is the people's
Ah,
perception of them because, well, they really just play Dubu and they're very good at Dubu. So we'll probably see a Dubu ban coming out from Oshi no Koreflip while not Quest Esports opt for taking the Julie off the table.
we are heading to Atlas's lab here for our match, and indeed, you made the right call. Dubu gets banned away. I think Luke has just accepted his fate at this point and has gone to the Kai by default now instead of thinking he can possibly get the Dubu. Because seems to be a known entity, even if it's his tournament debut. Daftgrass, though, will lock in this Zentaro here after hovering that Rasmus. Um, Everyone seems to have a pocket Zentaro now, Saya. Everyone
You,
does.
you kind of have to. Zentaro is absolutely the king of this patch, and that Zentaro Drakkar Kai comp will be pumping out damage. But on the other side, Vice Aimi Asher. If I had to guess, that's a Vice goalie. And that comp is not lacking in the damage department either.
Two heavy hitting compositions as our starter awakenings are Cast to Last and Peak Performance. So maybe the damage will play a slightly lesser role with that extra 300 stagger. That is copium the whole way through. Because with this much damage, that extra 300 stagger is not going to matter that much, is it, Saya?
Yeah, and keep an eye on Merchant's Thunderstruck as well. They don't even need it right now. The cast last stun duration will be a giant benefit for the kill combos of Oshi no Koreflip. But right now they're just winning the neutral. They're almost taking out Mystic. But Daftgrass solo gets two barriers, and then now Mirmeg must walk down to the midfield to try and defend Merchant, winning the strike war. Luke playing all the way up while Mystic is cracked. Great rotation from NotQuest Esports, but right now both teams able to defend for the moment.
Defending for now, but there's a core flip coming out of Daftgrass, and Merchant will not connect with the power cord. Instead, it's going to be NotQuest making the first note in this game. And you mentioned that rotation there, something that almost didn't even look that unnatural, given that we've seen Drakkar play in a goalie position on occasion. And hey, Mystic held it down there for a bit, so props to them who have already, as evidenced, have already started practicing together and playing together in this team setting.
Yeah, and on the other side are three players who have names not as well known as Mystic and Daftgrass. Kashikoma, Merchant, and Mirmek have burst onto the tournament scene since launch and have taken some names, making it out of groups in the Pro League Invitational, placing very well at multiple of these Primetime Tuesdays, getting a victory at Amplify Omega Strike #1, and this roster has synergy. They have it all. They have the power picks, the Vice from Merchant, the Aimi from Kashikoma, and Mirmeg's Juliet banned, but still very, very good on the Asher. Cracked right now, but staying alive. Kashikoma has Flip at the ready, goes for it, but blocked by Daftgrass, who gets the KO.
Oh. KO comes through, but Merchant forward keeps it alive with the Thunderstruck. Still will get collected by NotQuest Esports, looking for the pass, interrupted by the power cord. It's back the other way, and now interrupted by the gravity well in addition. Rush comes out forward, and now the core is going to slip by Luke. Fantastic strike there in order to send it back, but if you're Luke, you probably wish you would have had that barrage back.
Yeah, it's a bit hard when you're caught in that barrage animation, trying to space back to really get that timing, but no, the core just slips past during that no strike timing. And now Mirmeg going for the bottom barrier. Kashikoma looking for the pass through, but Daftgrass winning the strike wars using the passive dash and the blink and earning the bottom barrier. And now the barriers are evened up. Merchant's special is burned, and Daftgrass has Flip.
Daftgrass has Flip, will use it there, but it still gets denied by Merchant, who's still able to defend this goal barrier. Now Daftgrass forward will find the KO, despite the Firewall Sentry being out, and we'll find the goal barrier as well. Luke back up top, looking for the curve around the gravity well down to Mystic. Can't quite find the pass here, and the power play opportunity has since gone by the wayside. Daftgrass, though, forward here with the dash, can't find it. Now, Glitch Pop sends it back down towards Mystic, who dribbles it back off the top wall, but seems like not everything is fully there yet here, at least for NotQuest Esports. Maybe they got to warm up a little bit as Mirmeg able to find the snipe there, and that one will find its mark as well. Beautiful glitch pop will secure that goal, I believe. No, actually, okay, it was just Mirmeg that gets the goal, but nonetheless, fantastic stuff. And hey, we are heading on our way here now to set point for Oshi no Koreflip.
Yeah, and it's a little scary for Oshi no Koreflip every point because their health bars just seem to get lower than their opponents. The combo of that Drakkar, the Kai Giga Blast, and of course the Zentaro doing it all, but they just managed to stay alive. They managed to hang on for long enough, and then they turned the tables with Mirrormeg putting out so much offensive pressure. Kashikoma jumping in with the glitch pops, with the cyber swipes, and right now that could be the difference maker as they just want to stall out Mirrormeg's regen.
And there's the KO coming through from Daftgrass on the Oni's blade. Koreflip used to get it back up to the top side, but Kashikoma starts going forward with that cyber swipe. Daftgrass will pick up a little bit of extra damage here onto Merchant, who now is rather low on stagger. Just a few more cooldowns online. You have to imagine he'll try to get sent away, but the Thunderstruck connects with Mystic. Power play opportunity back the other way, and a nice wall will also help zone away Luke from protecting that goal barrier.
Yeah,
looking for the offensive play here.
Yeah, and it's a little bit rough if you're Luke, right? One missed strike and it's so dangerous. Kashikoma almost gets that goal, but right now the health bars are dwindling thanks to that center. And Mirrormeg with the dribble off the top. Luke was not ready at all. No strike shot, took the momentum boots. Has to defend that honestly and just has nothing left.
How about that gravity well proc there too, right in the middle of that one. Shoves everyone away for a moment, picks up a little bit of extra stagger, scrambles everything for just that little bit of time, and it eventually gets capitalized here. And now Merchant going to get rewarded with the twin drive. I expect to see that Thunderstruck going out a whole heck of a lot more. And you mentioned it yourself earlier, paired with Cast Celeste here means that those Thunderstrucks are going to get hurt, and even the power chords in terms of having that lockdown and a little bit more of that crowd control, something we don't talk about much in Omega Strikers.
Yeah, Mirrormeg picks up the prize fighter, but I'm a little bit scared, right? Mirrormeg has been taken low quite often, so the focus of NotQuest Esports will be firmly on him. But a huge pickup, yeah, like you said, the Cast the Last twin drive could be huge, especially with how good Merchant is at playing across the map.
Goal barrier is already down here as Oshi no Koreflip is looking to try to collapse on this one. Kashikoma is up, and Merchant will have to snap back on the eject button. Daftgrass now in position, looking to dig this one out of the corner. Won't be successful, but Mystic will be the one taken low. Forced to retreat, pick up the orb, and now Kashikoma wins the ping-ponging war on the goal line here. That one will find the back of the net, and Oshi no Koreflip's been going on a streak here. They've got 4 goals unanswered now.
Yeah, and that was a little bit of a solo queue habit, not trusting your teammate there. Luke not wanting to pass it to Daftgrass between Mirrormeg and Kashikoma, and now it's punished for it because Kashikoma has flipped. Kashikoma in front of the goal, and there's nothing Luke can do at that range. And suddenly, it looks so close, but Oshi no Koreflip running away with it.
5 in a row. They're about to pick up their second set victory here, and they're just playing an incredible core control game in the midfield line, overwhelming Luke here in the barrier. Look, all 3 members are back in the goal box for NotQuest Esports. It will eventually clear its way out. Daftgrass will get stunned, and so he won't be able to be a part of this offensive play here, and the core will start to drift down. Now, finds the gravity well. Daftgrass clears it away. Firewall Sentry is out here. Now Merchant forward there with the Thunderstruck. Kashikoma looking for the pass on up to Mirrormeg. Will find it. Dribbles up the top side. Daftgrass will try to interrupt it. Giga Blast out. There's the Koreflip out of Merchant. Finds the angle. Luke is there nonetheless. And now Mirrormeg coming in, collapsing with the wall. But it's Kashikoma that'll take it themselves. 6 unanswered goals right now. Oshi no Koreflip and NotQuest Esports is going to need to find something on this carousel to put their marbles in.
Yeah, and if there's one thing Kashikoma is basically the best at, it is finding those goals, finding those scoring opportunities. The magician, as some call him, rewarded with the first pick here, will pick up the stagger swagger. Really, really huge, because the only thing that is stopping Oshi no Koreflip from really just running their game plan is the damage coming out from NotQuest Esports.
Look at this, too. The catalyst here in for Mirrormeg, which means even more energy bursts right in front of the goal line and in position. But most notably here, Daftgrass going to be able to get his hands on a Super Surge. That energy drink will let this Zentaro hopefully start getting a little bit of additional work done.
Yeah, Giant pick up the best in slot for Zentaro, but right now it is still all Oshi no Koreflip despite the blink coming in from Daftgrass. It just goes the other way. Mirrormeg and Kashikoma have the core control. They're looking for the bottom barrier. Luke manages to get it out, but it's still scary. Kashikoma winning the strike war. Mirrormeg winning the strike war, and all they need is one last opening as they look for it, but Luke defends, and now Merchant is trying to pass it back up, and Daftgrass capitalizing on the opportunity, but once again, Mirrormeg is winning these midfield strike wars and setting the team up for success.
Once again, just able to get it past that second line of defense and able to start getting into the positions where it can get collapsed on. Back to that top corner, Kashikoma able to find the mark for the goals, and this combination is lethal for Oshi no Koreflip. Now, the Koreflip indeed will find the goal barrier there. Merchant looking forward for Mirrormeg, who also has an energy burst. Will concede one goal barrier. Now Daftgrass looking to try to find something here with the dash through. Energy burst, and now Mirrormeg will respond. Koreflip to the top side to try to clear, but the Asher is still there. It is now 8 straight goals, and we are on match point. Oshi no Koreflip looking to make it 9.
Oshi no Koreflip is not making it look close. Their team play, their synergy, Merchant with the offensive pressure, Mirrormeg winning the strike wars, and Kashikoma always there but the KO. This is what NotQuest Esports needs. This is their win condition. They have to take the Asher out. They have to take the Aimi out. They have to get these barriers during those power plays, and they're looking to do so right now. But Merchant winning the strike wars almost, but there Mystic with the shotgun. Finally, the first goal in such a long time for NotQuest Esports.
They snap the 8-goal drought. The only other goal they had was the first one of the game. I remember because I made a comment about it. Now have to be looking for it, but no. Mystic gets caught off guard there. Stuck between the wall and a glitch pop, and it's a power play opportunity back the other way. Luke forcing the Koreflip here. Firewall Sentry tries to split the field in 2, but it won't hold the line. Mystic will come back up here. Level difference as well, something to note. Mystic level 4, Kashikoma opposing midfield level 8. Finally, Mystic ticks over to level 5, but it just shows you the kind of impact right now that these midfielders are having on the game.
Yeah, but keep in mind, catch-up XP is fierce. Great save by Merchant. Patience to knock it. Scored on by the shotgun, and Mirrormeg missing a bit of a strike, but it's all okay. Winning strike wars, but unable to get it the last mile, but almost. Kashikoma still sending it back, and Mirrormeg finally getting the barrier. Merchant in position. But Daftgrass looking for the goal, can't reach with the primary, and Mystic passing it back yet again, but a great primary from Merchant saves the goal.
What a power chord. Merchant's been keeping this one out so well, and now looking to collapse on it. Thunderstruck forward. Kashikoma now looking for Mirrormeg again. Arc Beam used once. Once again, pass forward though. Daftgrass in position with a rush. Koreflip comes through, but can't find the strike, and Daftgrass will send us to a 5th goal here.
What a timing by Daftgrass. What a clutch play, because if that Koreflip went through, it would be tempo for Oshi no Koreflip. It would be another scoring opportunity that Luke would have to defend desperately. And right now, NotQuest Esports, this is their one opportunity, but Kashikoma and Mirrormeg both have flip. It's going to be very, very dangerous.
Oh, but Daft able to find a sneaky little one there on that goal barrier. Sends it back down to the corner. Supernova looking for the clear from Merchant, and will be successful in doing so. Glitch Pop now sends it back the other direction. Everyone has to quickly retreat. Mystic, Koreflip met with Mirrormeg's energy burst and taken off of the pitch. The Glitch Pop down to Mirrormeg. Luke is there, strikes it away. Merchant tries to get involved here, but the goal barrier holds. Luke now back down to the bottom side. There's the wall out again, and now energy burst out of Daftgrass. That's used. Burned. Won't have that for a while. Kashikoma once again trying to use this glitch pop to send it back up to Mirrormeg, who's starting to get back into position. Starting to try to take Luke down, and now that one will slip right before, ahead of the Firewall Sentry. Overtime now, once again. Mystic tries to strike it past Kashikoma. Nice supernova here. Gets Daftgrass low, and now he's taken off the pitch. Wow. There's the energy burst, and it's Oshi no Koreflip in 3 sets.
Oshi no Koreflip, just when you thought that NotQuest Esports had some momentum, were taking the game back into their hands, Oshi no Koreflip says, no, we have the resources, we have the plays, we have the core control, and we also can KO your goalie. And Oshi no Koreflip, they've been performing. This is yet another win for them. And I think they're no longer the underdogs.
I mean, based on what I just saw and what I have been seeing, they look incredibly clean right now. Not necessarily playing even anything that is meta, maybe aside from like, you know, okay, damage composition aside, right? But that wasn't even a damage heavy game, really. That was more so a core control game, largely one. Kashikoma finding ways to get passes up to Mirimeg, who's just sitting, waiting in the goal box. And you saw it. I mean, all three of Quest Esports, or not Quest Esports, excuse me. Quest Esports is a different team entered in this tournament. I digress. There were times where all three of them were back in their own goal box, trying to scramble, trying to look for any way to get the core out of there. But that's the exact opposite of what you want to do. I think it's the mark of an anxious team that is still looking to find their own footing. And hopefully they can within the next few weeks here, because time is ticking if this team wants to do what I believe they're setting out to do, Saya.
Coming back to camps?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Oshi and Koreflip, I think the real question for them is what caliber of team will force them off their game plan? Because they have the comfort picks. They pick basically their main characters. Unless one of them's banned, then they go to their very significant secondaries. But what team will force them to play that Zentaro Vice? Well, they already have the Vice.
Or
but
will there be a team?
yeah, will there be a team,
I mean,
basically?
they might just stick it through with what they know until the bitter end, which I wouldn't blame them for how good that looked and how well they're doing against a lot of the other teams here in some of the things we're seeing. So we'll have to keep an eye on them. It will be Oshi Koreflip advancing to the record of 4-0. Not Quest Esports will drop to 3-1. Still a chance to qualify for the top cut here, as most teams with one loss should be able to find a spot in that top cut. But again, we'll see what ends up happening here as the competition is continuing to heat up. We've got one final round of the Swiss stage coming up after this break, folks. So don't go anywhere, because this will be the round that starts deciding who will make the cut and who will not. You're watching Vodible's Primetime Tuesdays, number 7.